the sound didn't even go through on that one.
I know. Yeah, you did. Yeah, it did, because you knew what I did. That's why you laughing.
All right, guys. We are this is something we're gonna be doing something different today. Um
Today.
Today in general going forward.
Oh my God.
This is basically what this is that we're kind of like replacing for the time being the podcast that we had on our show. So this is going to be basically like a mini bite sized podcast. Um, we're going to be calling it the PlayStation. I'm sorry, the Culture Bite. It's going to be called Culture Bite. Um, and yeah, that's what we're going to be calling it going forward. But today we're just going to talk about a little bit about
Yeah,
Blue Point.
what's the topic for the day?
The topic is about
You little light skinned nigga. What's up?
the topic today is going to be about Legend of Dragoon. That legendary, lovely game. Um, and why we certainly think it's not in development right now.
We.
Um, yeah, yep,
I think
by
it
Blue
is.
Point. I don't think so. Care to give me your perspective? Shit, you want to jump in? You want to jump in like that? Go ahead, tell me.
You right. You right. You right. Um, how many people does how many people consist of Blue Point? Or what? Did I say that right? Is that right? How many people are employed at Blue Point?
70.
70. And here's a question for you guys. I think I don't think me and Ken were talking about this. What was it? A couple days ago. And a lot of ponies and Pegasus have this magical, you know, expectation for all, PlayStation Studios. It's almost as if like you remember in Horizon Zero Dawn where Gaia was, she was so enamored with our creator. In you, all things are possible. So that's why people are like feeling with Blue Point. They think that Blue Point is somehow going to reconstruct the game about 25 years ago, um, create all new assets and be 70 people deep. And it's
Yeah.
something that Square Enix couldn't even accomplish with 2,000 people.
Nope. Square Enix couldn't even bring Final Fantasy VII back completely. Um, even with their money and the amount of people that they have, they only were able to do a part of the game. Um, and that's just like, them trying to adhere to the quality of the game. So, um, yeah, 70 people, bro, come on. Anyway, go ahead.
So the question that I posed to Ken: would you really want Blue Point to remaster Legends of Dragoon, meaning that it's still pre-rendered backgrounds with 3D characters on top, albeit very detailed characters and very high resolution 4K pre-rendered backgrounds? Or do you want them to make a 3D environment? You know what I mean? And really take it. I guess I'm kind of leading the conversation by saying this, but like taking it to the next level and converting all of the 3D environments into or 2D environments into the 3D. And I feel like people want we came to a consensus that we want Blue Point, if they were doing it, to really you know do it right, do justice to Legends of Dragoon. And if they can't do it justice, what's the point? You know what I mean? What is the point of actually doing like a remaster? Nobody really wants that. They want to see a real, uh, 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 up to date, RPG. That's what they want. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it like this. I mean, people are gonna be like, "Well, that's the only project that Blue Point is doing." That's false. They have other things that they're doing, and I'm not even talking about rumors. Every studio has multiple projects, but 70 people is just clearly not enough to create that. It's just not. Um, so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of these rumors. Like I was reading this shit, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. What about you? How you feel?
So I look, man. I'm gonna say I would love to see Legend of Dragoon come back. Um, and honestly, bro, I would really love to see Blue Point do the remake
Hmm.
for the game.
Yeah.
Do I think it's viable? Yeah, kind of, but in their current state, no. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because yeah, because I mean, Blue Point only has what, 70 developers. Um, and I know you've mentioned this before, but uh what you call it? You like some of the games that they worked on before, which was like what, like Shadow of the Colossus, and they did the Uncharted remasters and stuff like that.
Aye.
Um, God of War and all that, right?
Right.
Yeah, all of those games, like you mentioned before, already had like a 3D space sort of rendered out. You know what I mean? So basically, what they had to do was just make the game look better than what it was. You know what I mean? So in
There's
this particular,
actually AI that will be able to take a texture and upres it. Actually, almost like a DSLL. It uses AI to extrapolate, details that's supposed to be there, which takes a lot of the workload off. But they don't even have like any kind of like textures that is even PS2 esque. You know what I mean? It's so low res that the AI wouldn't even work. You know what I mean? Which means that
yeah,
the AI or the developers would need to redo things by eye at that point. You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
take liberties, you know what I'm saying? And to trying to interpret what they were trying to do with the limited technology. You know what I'm saying?
they kind of have to, man, because you know, and I know we mentioned this, before, but um, I was watching an interview a while back, man, and it was when I think it was Tetsuya Nomura. He was talking about the remake for Final Fantasy VII, and he mentioned some of the difficulties that they came across trying to make that game, the remake for it. And one of the things that he mentioned was that um, when they originally made the Final Fantasy VII on the PS1, being that the backgrounds were painted in or whatever, they were like like still images or whatever the case. The
Pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yeah, pre-rendered backgrounds. The There were certain parts of the game that they didn't have to worry about because it wasn't operating within a 3D space. So like in Final Fantasy VII Remake, some of those same locations that they had before with those pre-rendered backgrounds, they had to make another interpretation of that world because the character would actually be moving around in the world, and those worlds were like not they weren't fully put together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like they essentially had a piece of the puzzle that was in the original game, and now what they had to do with this remake is that they had to like build on the concept that they basically had before. Now that players are going to be moving around in it. So I mean, Legend of Dragoon, I think it functions in a similar way. You know what I mean? Because um, so it's same shit, man. They have pre-rendered backgrounds and shit like that. You know, so they're gonna have to go back and take the original concept that they had for the game and like make basically build off of the concept and kind of make their own interpretation in a 3D space, that characters can move around in and shit like that. So
I don't think
eh,
people know that Blue Point doesn't even they didn't have like I don't it pains me to tell you to do this, but go to Digital Foundry and look at the long video that they have for Shadow of the Colossus. They
okay,
literally said that they don't have artists.
artists.
I keep saying that. What the fuck? Artists. I don't know why I keep doing that.
The
Artists
flow,
titty.
that flow greasy.
That's a little greasy.
Greasy.
Breastises.
Restless. Took my testis.
Artists. They don't have any artists. Traditionally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And with 70 people, I mean, I think Final Fantasy had like 800 people working on that bitch,
Yeah, it
you
was a
know,
ridiculous number. Yeah.
and still they couldn't even what is it, like a third of the game was completed.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
pretty
mean?
much.
So they would need to hire artists, and it's the amount of undertaking that's needed to make this work will be so fucking high. You know what I mean? And costs, and I'm pretty sure the investment will not. They won't get their return for that investment for sure.
Well, well, I mean, maybe, because I know that some
Whoa,
people
whoa. You know, sorry.
well, honestly, bro, honestly, when it comes to like, whether or not they'll make the investment back, I think it's more viable now than it was before. Um, especially now with Sony's reputation, you know what I mean? A lot of people kind of gravitate towards their game, and if they just see a dope ass game, whether it is a remake or not, I think people are gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think more the concern is if they're actually gonna like make the game like do the game justice. You know what I mean? Um, because it's a massive undertaking, man. I mean, if they took on the project, I mean, it's like, yeah, they probably could, do an interpretation of the game, but in order to like make the game like fully realize like it was before in the 3D space, it's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have it, bro. And
I don't even think who would have it under Sony.
um I mean with I don't know, bro, because I don't even know if does any of Sony Studios have that many developers, like 800 so developers? I don't think so, man.
Nope.
If anything, they would probably have to do like some kind of collaboration, maybe.
They do
You
contractors. I know they hire contractors, but like skill wise,
skill wise.
who would be able to create an RPG?
I mean, I I would say the people who worked on it originally, um,
Oop.
Japan Studio, but they gone. um, I mean, honestly, bro, I think honestly, I think any of their big studios, I think they would do fine with it, man. Because I think they have a standard of quality when it comes to making their games or whatever, right? So, um, it may not be like their expertise, but
Um,
I think that they would try to do the IP justice. You know what I
where
mean?
did this rumor come from? I guess is my question.
I don't think it was a rumor, bro. I think people were just like, "Yo, Blue Point was acquired," so legit, I think people just kind of jumped on the hype train and they were like, "Yo, Legend of Dragoon is coming back, baby," But I don't think it was an actual rumor though. I didn't hear anything about any rumors. It's funny because we saw a lot of rumors about other games, but like Legend of Dragoon, nothing, man. I think a lot of people were just talking about it.
I don't get it. And I was seeing we're going to be doing spaces just to let you know, Twitter spaces, and we're going to be uploading the shows onto the YouTube channel. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because we've been kind of monitoring the spaces and seeing what's going on. Um, People literally, I mean, I don't even know where they thought that this was going to happen and ran with it. I don't
I think,
like, and it's consistent with this Blue Point.
yeah. See, I'm not gonna lie, man. Even before, um, you know, even with the prospect of Blue Point, whatever, being acquired by Sony beforehand, I think even me, I was like, it would be great if they remastered, I'm sorry, remade, Legend of Dragoon, right? So I think that's kind of where a lot of people are coming from with it, like it was a popular conversation beforehand, that if Blue Point was acquired by Sony, they would be a perfect studio to do a remake for Legend of Dragoon, which
Yeah, but are people that desperate and just thinking that just fucking anything could happen? You
maybe
know,
so, man. Yeah, but
like
I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man, because I love the game, and I love those style of games I really enjoy, man. And that game in particular, I loved it when I was a kid. Um, I still love it now, but it's like I don't know, man. The Blue Point is not working on that game, you know. And if it if it comes at some point, it's probably not going to be them either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it's like a collaboration or something like that. So
So I think we pretty much exhausted why we believe that Blue Point. I think we have a very sound understanding as to why that's not going to happen. But let's talk about what we would want if it if there was uh, a studio that could actually bring this to life. What exactly would we be clamoring for? You know what I'm saying? What would that be?
for Legend
And
of Dragoon,
for Legends of Dragoon. So one of the things that Ken and I were kind of this is the conversation off screen we'll be talking about just fucking geeking out on shit. And one of the things that we were actually kind of like discussing was we really want turn based. Don't fucking touch it. Don't leave it. Just leave it. Don't do no action RPG. Leave it.
oh, I want none of that.
We don't want none of that.
I don't want none of that smoke, bro.
We do actually. We and then we also talked about, at least this is my point. I'm a big adventure fan. Action adventure fan. And some of the, because I remember, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't feel as passionate about Legends of Dragoon as Ken here, because I own it on my Vita actually. So it's on there, but I never finished the game. There was a demo disc back in 1999 that I played and I thoroughly enjoyed. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I just didn't have enough money to do it. And then I recently bought it maybe 2 years ago, and I anticipated like being on like a plane and playing it, and you know what? Let me swerve real quick. I wanted to talk to you about this as well. On a side note, man, and we can talk about this as soon as we close out Culture Bite. Um, I played Tearaway, and I
That's a
forgot
cute little game.
I forgot how good the game was, platform wise. I
Yeah,
forgot how
it's a
good it
cool game.
was. It looked beautiful on the Vita screen. Beautiful, man. It looks beautiful, man. I was like, holy shit. And there was a lot of people that were like kind of like looking at me play the game. On the plane. They were like, I was
Mhm.
like, what the fuck are you looking at? Move. You know? I also played Killzone Mercenaries on the Vita. Just what an awesome fucking, it's a shame. Baby, it's a shame that Vita died like that. But anyway, going back to what we were saying, one thing I remembered from Legends of Dragoon, the demo, is that you had like little hidden paths, little hidden valley ranch paths in there, and you would be able to find stuff. And I would be like, that would be pretty fucking cool if you could, explore. That's why I'm adamant about it being 3D. You know what I'm saying? I want it. I want it.
You know what, man? It would be interesting to see how they would render some of those air because like there were certain parts in the game, right, where um like if for example, right, if you ran to like the side of the screen,
Yeah.
he would pop up on the other side of the screen, and it would operate kind of like a hidden area, So each like location was like it would direct the character to like a different part of the screen. Um and there would be one pathway that would lead you like out of the area to the next area. But like I said, there were some areas that would like would be like a hidden area. So um, it'd be interesting to see how they would see. I think it's stuff like that that would make the game difficult to kind of like render in a fully like 3D space. Because they would have to find some sort of interpretation of things like that. And there were a lot of things in the game like that. So
I'm gonna tell you
Is
right now, I'm a dirty little whore when it comes to exploration. And actually, I'm a dirty little. I didn't know you were playing Strangers of Paradise on PS5. Hmm.
yeah, I still have the demo open, bro. I don't think
Hmm.
I think they ended the demo, but I still have it open, so I can still play it. So
Speaking of demos, when are they fucking going to? I didn't they say that they were going to release the app for Abandon and then release
oh
the
shit, that's super off topic, but I know, bro. That shit was a
and I oop.
yeah, that was a while ago.
Bro, that was all the way in the summer, like
That was
early summer.
yeah, bro. I think
You
everybody
remember we were like excited. We were like, "Oh my god, yo, it's gonna be!" It was nothing.
yeah, yeah, nothing. Dude, freaking 3 seconds of this guy walking across the floor. Poof, poof, poof. It's like you
Even
know,
Shuhei was like, "This nigga, yo, he fucking up."
this motherfucker right here just fucked all the way up.
This nigga was like, "Oh, it could mean that koksu." That means you. Yeah, that means you, nigga, you fucked up. That's what that
Yeah,
means.
yeah, exactly.
Nigga, do koksu, koeta koksu, nigga, do.
Well,
Don't show me something.
yeah, to answer your question about what I want to see in Legend of Dragoon,
Mhm.
like if it is a remake, if it is remade, I personally do not want them to change the combat system at all. I don't want them to touch
While
it.
you speak about that, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a gander under the floor.
Yeah, I do not want the bro. It's funny because I remember when what's interesting, man. I never actually finished the full game for the original Final Fantasy VII, right? So I played it, but I never actually finished the full game. Um, the reason why I'm saying that is because when people were talking about the remake, a lot of people who were, like longtime fans of the game, they were like, I don't want to. They're just like what I'm saying. They're like, I don't want you to touch the combat system. That nah. And then when they came out with that original reveal trailer for the remake and with the combat system, everybody was like, yo, that's just trash. It's like, you know,
I just sent to
eh,
you what AI would do to a video of extreme low resolution. I think you're gonna like it. It's Legends of Dragoon, by the way.
okay, I'm gonna check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm subscribed to this guy, dude. I love his videos, man. I watch his stuff. He makes he remaps. Bro, I seen this video, man. Is this?
It's the 4K version.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Now, when you see my video, right? I mean the thumbnail for this video. Did you notice that he had like the wings?
Yes, I did.
That wasn't a part of the thing. I had to add it on there.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
So the reason why I say that is because I did remember them having like the dragon wings, the characters.
Yeah, yeah. Like I thought it was roses. I can't remember though, to be honest. Um,
Roses.
yeah, roses. Was it Rose?
It was dark too.
No, but his wings didn't look like that though.
No, it
It
was
was
red. Wasn't it? No, it was green, red and green.
yeah, but like the picture that you used in the thumbnail, it was like I don't know, like bat wings or something like that.
Yeah, that's the closest thing because they were kind of metallic. That's the closest thing I could find.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I looked at it, I was like, that shit don't look that shit don't look like the regular
You
the
know,
regular Dragoon wings. But I noticed that you put it in there.
they didn't have it there. I had to do my creative artistic freedoms like
Yeah,
Blueprint would have to.
yeah. That shit stuck out to me. I was like, what the hell is this? It's like- but yeah, man. I really don't want them to change the combat, man. That was one of the things that I loved about the game, the addition system. Bro, I remember back when I played it originally. So there was this character in the game, right, called Lavitz. And I know you know him because you meet him early in the game, right? I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's something that happens with that character later on in the story, right? And later on you play with another character who has a similar like fighting style, right? And the way the additions work in the game, right, is that the more you use it, the more you level up your addition and then you unlock a new addition, you know? and then you know it's like a whole nother. It's a different combo altogether, right? So with this second character that you play with, right? That took Lavitz's place. I leveled him up all the way, right?
The breastises.
But yeah, Bressis. I leveled him up all the way, right, to get his final ability. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder what would happen if I leveled up Lavitz all the way before you switch over characters. So, bro, I literally started a new game, and dude, I freaking grinded all of his editions, man, all of them, and you have to do them 99 times each one. Every single edition, you have to do 99 times.
Damn.
Yeah, and I did that just so I could see what his animation looked like for that final combo.
Everybody,
So,
everybody got their. You know, I remember when I was younger, the fanboys of Final Fantasy, man, shitted on this game so bad.
my friend did. He didn't
Oh
like
my
it. Like,
gosh, it was so extra, man. Now it was a little bit of a almost like a siphon filter versus Metal Gear Solid type situation, at least. Um, there was a certain quality to Final Fantasy that a certain passion level that wasn't in Legends of Dragoon. Legends of Dragoon was a technical masterpiece, man. It was beautiful, beautiful color palette and everything like that. And even though Final Fantasy was uglier, I'm looking at the little hidden areas in case you want to know where I'm looking now. There was like a little area where, God, that would have been so neat. Oh my God, I'm showing you this. That would have been so fucking ridiculously neat. Little
what
hidden
do you?
areas, man. That would be so fucking badass. Yeah, you got to see this. But yeah, it was so many people that shitted on this game because they were like Squaresoft fanboys. Sony can't make an RPG, and well, you got your wish. Now they didn't want to make it anymore because it didn't do anywhere near as Final Fantasy. I think it did like 2 million or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I actually think it wasn't even that popular in Japan, man. Now that I,
No,
yeah,
they
it
they
was.
they were dirty little they were dirty little slits over there as well. Not
Yeah, it was when the game came over to the Western region that that game actually
because
really
it,
kind
it
of
it reminded them of like a what do you call that shit again?
what?
The imitation version of Final Fantasy. That's what I
Oh
feel like.
yeah,
That's the impression people got, and it wasn't
yeah.
like that. This I don't remember ever having these exploration areas in Final Fantasy at all. Actually, these textures are super fucking high res to be an old ass game.
See, I never finished the full game for Final Fantasy VII.
I'm gonna
But
go now. See, Final Fantasy VII is ugly as sin, man. That's an ugly ass game. Let me see Final Fantasy 9. That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah, I remember like even my friend, man, one of my friends, he was like he didn't like Legend of Dragoon when it first came out, man, because he felt like it was basically a copy of Final Fantasy VII.
He's
He was passionate about it because he's a big Final Fantasy geek, man.
no, he's a whore. Tell him
Yeah, he
that.
loves the Final Fantasy. You
Tell him
know,
that tell him he's a whore.
he was like, yo, I hated Legend of Dragoon when it first came out. I was like, they just tried to copy Final Fantasy VII. That shit was trash, you know.
You
And I
should
was
be,
like,
you should
damn,
be like, oh, oh, shut
yeah,
up.
that.
She's all, oh, 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 shut
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, man. Uh,
up. I haven't done that in a minute.
yo, honestly, bro, it would be really interesting to see how they would render out some of those areas, man. Like now that I'm thinking about it,
Did you see the
they
video I
were.
sent you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Holy shit, the textures are really.
That's all.
Really
That's
better.
I was like, what the? I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna look blurry. Excuse me. I had to go back to Final Fantasy 9 to make sure that I'm looking at emulated.
yeah, bro. Like I'm looking at the what you call it, the textures, and this looks really, really clear, like clean, man. I don't even think it looks as good on my computer, bro. What are they have to be playing this on the PC?
Well, yeah, yeah. And it's not. That's not on PlayStation at all.
No, 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 no,
Nah, nah, nah.
bro.
Oh.
them textures though, bro. Look at that, Josh. Textures, bro.
Hold on. I can't do it. I can't do it. You gotta I can't do it. That's annoying. I can't see it. Well, we better wrap this up, man. We
It's
we we
crazy.
didn't geeked out enough. That's
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. We are glad that you a fucking ladybug. How you get in there? Get out of here. It's like why? Why are you here?
So
Um yeah.
I do want to say something really quick because
Nigga, always at the end.
see, but this one is actually I'm addressing this to crowd, the peeps who are watching the video this time. Um, we're me and what me and Josh are trying to do with this is we're trying to make this like you know like just a conversation that we would normally have like even off screen, just sort of here on camera and um
Yeah,
so, but
y'all got 30 seconds of this content, just a snippet of the stuff that we be talking about. The other stuff is in Discord and our favorite pornos we share.
I know Josh be talking for like 3 hours. He'd be like, yo, bro, you're like, yo, let me you got 15 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I got 2 hours, bro.
I'll be trying to cut it off, and then you be like, yo, you be like, bro, I don't. It's always the same thing. I gotta get a better impersonation of you. See, I didn't want to do it because people be getting their feelings hurt because I emulate them pretty decently. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. It's not making fun of. It's in my head. I know how I sound and shit like that,
It
and I
just
know how
it
people
just
sound.
comes off naturally.
I, I don't know. People's personality be I reconstruct them in my brain like a pervert. That's how I be able to. That's how I be able to predict what they would do. Like right
You
now,
think
as soon as we end this stream, right, and we're gonna wrap all this up. Ken is
you
gonna
took
watch.
Evan?
He's gonna watch porno.
I did that beforehand. Thank you very much.
Did you?
I'm good to go.
So I told you I gave you some time, so you won't so you won't be fucking the air.
And I
Your
had
fucking
bro,
horny ass self.
I had some go-to videos too, man. I was
That
mm,
nigga had that shit ready.
I had that ready to go.
So I wait until the end of the night. So like I'll be tired, and then I'll just add the cherry on top and just be knocked the fuck out, yo, for 15 minutes. Then I woke up
Yeah,
again.
exactly. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to just to address everybody because I think we're trying to like I said make this natural like a conversation, but
But we don't have to explain that, Ken, though. Like I feel like people kind of know. Just let it speak for itself. You know what I mean? I feel like you should let it speak for itself. I don't think you need to explain what this is. You know what I'm saying? It's just a small
yeah,
version of our conversation in the background. This is what we normally do.
yeah.
Um, but we have to truncate all of this because Ken and I are very susceptible of talking a lot. We are very susceptible for that shit. It is not a good combination at all to have us both in the same conversation. It ain't even good. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because like my friend from Texas, he talks a lot too. I be trying to cut his ass off, yo. You remember that last podcast we did? Well,
Yeah.
see, what I think is going on, I think that that's how he talks. I was like, bro, are you hearing an echo? Why are you pausing so many times? Like, nigga, you sound like a white ass Texan Obama and shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was like, damn.
He does sound like that too. He really does.
What? I told you.
That's how he sounds though, like low key, bro.
I, yeah, I can't get the accent down, but I got the nuance
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
lock because I
Yeah,
can't,
man.
I have nigga lips, so it's hard for me to,
Enunciate.
do white.
What did you
Yeah,
say? What did you say? Artists.
artists,
Artists.
breastises.
Yeah, artists.
Anyway, we out. We out. Leave a like. Share the video. Let everybody
Definitely
know that
Discord.
stop being a fanboy. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.